Welcome back to the channel. We're thrilled to have you here today as we dive into another incredible pattern from our resin art collection. In this video, we'll be providing a detailed tutorial on how to create the stunning crocodile pattern, a design that's not only visually striking but also adds a unique flair to any space. The concept behind this pattern is quite fascinating. We'll start with a line pattern and use a torch to manipulate the resin, allowing us to create the beautiful effects that we all love so much. Let's begin with the tutorial. As always, we'll kick things off by mixing and pouring the resin onto an MDF board. Once the resin is poured, we'll use a spreading tool to ensure the resin is evenly distributed across the surface, filling in all the gaps until there are no visible empty spaces. This step is crucial for achieving a smooth and flawless finish. Next, we'll introduce a sponge tool to help level the resin more quickly. While our resin has excellent self-leveling properties, this technique accelerates the process and ensures an even surface. Now, let's move on to the first torch step. This is an essential part of the process, as it not only helps to burst any air bubbles that may have formed, but also begins to create the intricate pattern that will define our final design. Here comes the first frame. We'll be creating a thin line using a metal ruler. This tool will help us gently push the line into the resin for a short period of time. It's important to note that we want the pearl powder to remain stable and not disrupt the initial pattern we've established. After completing this first line step, take a look at how it appears.
And the ghosts that haunt my heart are looking for a new sacrifice, but they are only shadows scattering before my eyes.
Now we'll proceed to the second frame, where we'll create lines in the opposite direction. This technique is key to achieving that rectangular look we're aiming for.
When did all this stop being fun?
How does it look so far? I think it's beautiful as is, but we're going to enhance it even further. Following the second line step, you'll notice those almost perfect rectangles forming. However, we're aiming for a more organic and natural effect, which brings us to the final torch step.
And the echoes are long gone days.
The goal here is to warm up the resin and manipulate it to transform those straight lines into something unique and mesmerizing. Watch closely as our colleague moves their hand. It may look amusing, but this movement is crucial.
So I wander here and there, where my soul and bones belong.
As we've mentioned before, mastering the torch technique is vital for creating stunning patterns. If you move too slowly, you risk burning the resin or altering its viscosity, while moving too quickly might not yield the desired effect. Notice how they twist their wrist, constantly checking how their movements influence the pattern. This technique may take some practice, but as you can see, it makes a significant difference in the final outcome. Doesn't it look marvelous? We've installed this pattern in numerous hotels, and many interior designers have used it to create beautiful furniture pieces. Clever, right? If you enjoy the content we share on our channel, please take a moment to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps us continue to create more tutorials like this one. We'd love to see the panels you create, so feel free to share your projects with us. Your feedback is invaluable as we strive to improve our tutorials and better serve our community. We've been crafting resin panels for several decades, but we're still learning the ropes here on YouTube, so any advice or comments you have would be greatly appreciated.
I'm feeling kinda down, like the world's falling round me, and I don't know how to cope, how to hold up any hope. The future's good, but it's so far, far away. I gotta focus on the present. The future won't let me be content. Nothing good about being constantly feeling sorry for my difficulties, thinking I would feel a lot more free with my life all wrapped up perfectly. But with no challenges, who'd I be? Yeah, who'd you be? But what if it's not all that I had dreamt, and I don't know how to cope, how to hold up any hope. Future's a train wreck and it's not.
Lastly, let's take a look at how the pattern appears once it's fully dry. Thank you for joining us today, and we can't wait to see you in our next video.
The future won't let me be content. Nothing good about being constantly feeling sorry for my difference.